follow suit or join later. So, once again, welcome to our maiden version of A Glass of Wine with Pat. Thank you so much for joining this call. My name is AGWP, and I'm your humble host. I am super excited to have you with us today in our space. And trust me, together we're going to make the best out of this 1 hour. Please take a moment to grab a glass of wine. Also feel free to grab a glass of water, juice, kunu, obiolo, umu, a calabash of piti, a calabash of abacha, whichever makes you happy. That's totally fine because I have my own glass of wine with me and I'm fine with that. So, our topic for today is plastics for education. A lot of people might be wondering, how can plastic waste serve as tuition for children from poor backgrounds? Well, we are honored with the presence of the founder of Israel School, and she will be telling us all about this school and all we need to know about it and how all of this work and how we can support this mission. So, I would like to introduce our speaker in the person of Ms. Grace Amuzie. Ms. Grace Amuzie is a graduate of economics from Crawford University, an SDG4 advocate, a social entrepreneur, and founder of Israel School. She started teaching children in her community at the age of 15. Through the support of a kind sponsor, she was able to complete her secondary and tertiary education. She made an unwavering decision to promote access to quality education for every child in 2015 through Israel School, to ensure that children from low-income households in her community receive educational support, as she did. Since inception, over 160 children had received termly scholarships, school supplies, vocational trainings, and feeding support. The school runs a recycle pay. Parents bring plastic bottles to pay their words tuition, thereby ensuring that their children get education and as well as contributing to environmental sustainability. Grace is a certified Microsoft educator and has attended workshops for personal and professional development. So let's welcome our amazing speaker for today, Ms. Grace Amuzie. Ms. Grace Amuzie, thank you for joining this call. The floor is yours.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much, Ms. Patience, and thank you to the organization for hosting this event. It's a pleasure, it's an honor to be here. And like the host has said, she has said basically everything, so there's nothing I want to say in regards to the introduction part. So thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much. So thanks for introducing yourself. And so I would like to roll out what we'll be having today, the activities that will follow. So we are on the introduction part. So we'll move shortly to the presentation, which will be handled by Ms. Grace, and that will take 30 minutes. Then afterwards, we'll go into questions and answer. Then we'll do a little bit of fun game. Then we'll do some little announcements and we'll draw the curtain close. So, like I said, we'll try as much as possible to maintain this 1 hour. It's going to be brief, but very educating. So, if you're yet to share the link with friends, please do so right now. Thank you. You can just tap on the share icon there and just share it to your friends, your family, your colleagues at work, because this is the news that everyone needs to hear about it. This is something good. This is something innovative. This is unique. It is something the world should be aware of. So thank you. While we are on that, I would also like to give a brief explanation or clarification to what this project, A Glass of Wine with Pat, is all about. The project is actually a program, an online public session under the Sterling Inclusive Education and Development Initiative. It is a public session for educating the society on matters around child youth development, disability rights, gender issues, social inclusion, and good governance. It will also be featuring short entertainment but very educating moments like African tales, poetry, spoken words, songs, quiz, games, and gift winning. So the aim is actually to promote creativity and innovation, to transforming education, to increase awareness on disability rights, to preserve our African culture, to unite faith, governments, and society in the fight for inclusive education and gender equity, and to promote good governance even at the grassroots. So I'm sure we have a lot of persons, a lot of friends from other NGOs who are handling most of these futures we mentioned, and we are so honored with your presence. We would like to hear from either one or two persons what you intend to achieve from this session, and what will be the take home you expect. So Vic, please, if you could give one or two persons an opportunity to just say something. Like Mr. Paul, he's the project manager, if I'm not mistaken, from Yaga. Thank you so much for coming. Mr. Theophilus from Disability Rights Fund, and Mr. Timothy Eje from Justice Development and Peace Commission. We are so happy to have you. So if one of you could just send a mic request, so you could just say little words to us. Thank you. Okay, I guess they don't want to speak yet. Maybe they're quite busy right now. So that's fine. Miss Grace, I don't know if you're ready to handle the presentation now.
Okay, sure, I'll go ahead.
All right, thank you.
All right, good morning again, and like she said, this session hopes to be exciting and educating, and I hope that what I'm going to share today will have one or two things to take home, and how we can contribute. Yeah, so my name is Miss Grace, and I'm a graduate of economics from Crawford University, and I'm also an advocate for SDG 4, which aims to promote lifelong learning and ensure quality education for all, irrespective of their background. And I am very passionate about education because it's a life changer, and it changed mine. And I think that every child should have access to quality education and equal learning opportunities, regardless of where they're coming from. So, growing up, I grew up in Ajegunle, and when you hear the word Ajegunle, what comes to mind? Oh, it's a slum, it's a place filled with all kinds of rascalities, all manners of people. But everything in that community worked out, the good, the bad, everything worked out for my good. So living in a slum like that, we have limited access to certain things, with education inclusive. And my sister and I, yeah, we got lucky, and someone picked interest in us and sponsored our education, and it was a major inspiration for me to help others in the community, since I was able to receive such. So the idea for Israeli schools was just to teach. Yeah, so during long holidays, then I was still in secondary school. So during long holidays, I would gather children in the community and we would teach, helping them to read and write. So the feedback we got from the parents was quite impressive, and we decided to take things up and decided to turn it into a full-blown school. And we are not running like normal schools that we have out there. Israeli schools is a low-cost school. If others are charging, let's say 20,000, Israeli schools, our fee is just 5,000 for the term, and the rest will be covered by, we have sponsors, donors, and grants, and private individuals that sponsors the rest. So we call where we are currently, we call it Dustbin Estates. It's filled with dirt, plastic, paper, nylon, all forms of refuse that one can imagine. So people living in that community, the places where they live in, they build it with I think the houses is stacked on garbage. Yeah. So we've been operating for 5 years. So we've been operating for 7 years. Yes. So we started in 2016 and it was registered in 2018. So 6 to 7 years we've been in that environment, and we've been able to gather. Yes, I would like to correct what the host has said. So we've grown from 4 to 160, from 160 to about 200 kids, from that community. And we've been able to send 20 of our kids are now in junior secondary school, and some of them will be graduating into senior secondary schools this at the end of this term, which is quite an improvement for the school board, and people living in the community. The whole idea of plastic, when we started the junior schools, we had issues with finances. How do we keep our sponsors coming in? How do we keep people, or how do we keep them? So that's when the recycles pay came into place. So we had the idea of the plastic thing through my sister and through Africa Cleanup Initiative. So the idea was for parents to bring in plastics, and then we use the money. We use the money for their educational needs. Yeah. So we started, and it was a good thing because it was sustainable, and as well we're also promoting environmental sustainability. So the whole idea of the plastic was like a relief for the parents, because instead of them to be thinking of, oh, I don't have money to pay this, I don't have money to do that, just have to gather plastic in the community. And funny how where we are, it's filled with plastic. So there was there's no excuse for anybody to say, okay, I can't do this, I can't do that. So the parents were key in this plastic thing. And through this plastic, we have about 60 families here who have benefited from this plastic scholarship thing. And by the end of this term, we hope to expand the use of plastic, either by doing. There's some other things that we can do with plastic, so we are still working on that. And once it is ready, we would bring them into the limelight. So we've faced several challenges. Yes, it has not been an easy ride. We faced several challenges. Inadequate funding, shortage of qualified teachers, but we've taken several actions to making sure that whoever that we are bringing in would have to add value and not just to teach and the rest. Should I continue, or should we pause for question and answers? Then we go ahead.
I was actually thinking you would just go ahead, but if you want the questions now, I was thinking maybe you just go ahead so that more people will join. Then we'll see how we can build up the questions.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's fine with you.
Okay, there's no problem. It's better at the end, so that.
Yes, so you just flow.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, like I said, it's not been easy, but despite these challenges, we've had significant success, such as consistent student high performance in exams outside. Yeah, I think the NCE, the National Common Entrance Exam for children going into junior secondary schools. We've had cases where some of our kids do top. I think they're the top in like the local governments and the rest like that. And so regional school was established with the passion and motivation to provide basic quality education to children from low income families. And okay, I think I've explained the challenges where we faced, whereby some of the parents could not afford the tuition fee, and which led to the innovative idea of accepting plastic in exchange for tuition fee. So, she said something about today being World Earth Day. It is actually good.
Okay. I don't know if we have any questions. Thank you, Miss Grace. Probably we'll just give you a little moment to just take one or two questions before you continue. I don't know if what she has said so far, it has been amazing, mind-blowing initiative, I must say, and for the fact that a school is in existence in Nigeria that receives plastics, like plastic waste for education. It's something very amazing, very innovative that everyone should be interested in, even the government. So I don't know if we have any question concerning what she has said so far before she continues. Kindly, okay. I think Mr. Theophilus wants to say something.
Okay, thank you so much, Patience, and also thank you.
Okay.
Explanation, and I think it's indeed very interesting and innovative that you are doing this, and it's also a way to support many other people who are not able to raise funds for education. I'm just curious to know. So when you receive these plastics as a way of payment, what's the quantity like? What's the quantity of this plastic that each parent have to bring for a child to pay for their education for a term?
Yeah, apologies for the breaking in transmission here. A kg, yeah, because the way that they used to weigh the plastic. So I think a kg is about 20 to 25 naira. Yeah, so times 5,000 or times I think 30 bags or so. Yeah, so you have to bring in. Some parents do bring in more than what is expected for the term and would then carry it over to the next term. So if you do the maths, a kg is 20 naira. So you're meant to bring in about like 100 bags or I think more than 200 for that term. So if you can be able to bring in more, then your money is definitely going to be for the next term. So we have the accountability thing where we'll keep parents. We'll make them be aware that okay, this is what you are bringing, this is what you brought in for the term, and this is what you're expected to do and what you're not expected to do at the end of the term.
Okay, thank you very much. That is helpful, and it's glad to know how much parents are able to bring, and that some even get more. I like the idea because yes, it helps to clean up the environment, and I hope that and wish that there's also going to be more support for this type of initiative, because of course it's very helpful to have alternatives to payment, especially for low income communities. Thank you very much for what you are doing.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, Thank you so much, Mr. Theophilus, for the question, and thank you, Ms. Grace, for the wonderful response. Just to be clear, you said 100 bags. Do you mean like this sacks? 100 pieces, or just 100 pieces of the plastic?
I think about 40 pieces makes a kg. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
40, I think this last time I was with them, we were like 40 to 50 pieces makes a kg. So if I'm able to like gather the biggest sack and fill it up with plastic, I think it should be more than.
Okay. Okay. So if I may ask, what is the substitute like when you want to substitute it with money instead of the plastics now?
Okay.
Well, what's the exact amount, like their tuition? What do you usually receive? I don't know if you do that too.
Yeah, so we have a situation where if you can bring in the 5,000, there's no problem. If you can't bring in the 5,000, you have to bring the plastic.
All right.
It's a win-win on both sides. If you can bring in the 5,000, we've had a plan where we have to stretch out the 5,000 naira fee. So either you bring 100 naira per day or 1,000 naira per week. Yes. So that we've been able to stretch it, so you won't have any reason to say, okay, this one and.
Okay, that's beautiful. Thank you so much for the response. I don't know if we have a different question so we could forge ahead, so she could continue with her presentation. Is there any other person with a question? Please, if you have a question, just send a link, a request link where the mic icon there, and you'll be granted. Thank you. Mr. Vic, I don't know if anyone has sent a link, a request yet. I'm seeing Mr. Timothy.
Yeah, I have accepted. I've granted him permission to speak.
Okay.
Patience, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mr. Paul.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
Good morning, and thanks to you and Grace for this wonderful initiative. So my question one is about sustainability. I want to just be clear about the kind of education we're talking about here. Is it a formal education like normal school enrollment in primary school? And then what has been the rate of enrollment? How long has the initiative been on? What has been the rate of enrollment so far? The other question will be around my idea of sustainability here is just a sort of concern about the plastics. I know that is the alternative for cash, but I'm also worried so we don't box the parents to the point where they begin to also steal from the community in the name of trying to make up the number of the plastics. Is there a model for, is there some sort of checks and balances initiated to just ensure that people are not doing things untoward just because they want to meet up with the demands of the initiative? Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Paul, for the question. Over to you, Miss Grace.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't get what he said because I was even wondering, but I didn't hear anything.
Okay. Mr. Paul, I don't know if you could repeat your question.
Question number one is about this kind of education. Is it a formal education where children have to go through the primary school, secondary school, or just some sort of informal setting where they are trained in some trades? I just want that.
Yeah, I still can't hear anything.
So, Pesha, maybe you should tell her the questions. I don't know.
Okay, Miss Grace, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. The first question he asked, maybe we'll take it one after the other. The first question he asked is, what kind of education are we talking about here? Is it a formal education or an informal education? That was his first question. Possibly you respond to that first, then he said he will mention the next question, then you respond to.
All right. So in junior schools, we do the typical kind of education that we know, which is the formal education. Yeah, so these children, they come into the classes or they come into the school, they learn from 9 a.m. to the normal closing time, which is 3 p.m. And every Fridays, we do the vocational trainings for them. So we still work hand in hand with Lagos State curriculum. So it is a formal kind of education. Yes, so sometimes we blend. Yeah, but it is strictly formal. We have the uniforms, school bags, school shoes, books. Yeah, reading books and the rest.
Okay, beautiful. Mr. Paul, I don't know if you're satisfied with the response.
Yeah, it's okay. The second question was about the rate of enrollment. How many students so far, and how long has the initiative been on?
Okay. Okay. Miss Grace, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. His next question is the sustainability. How many kids have been enrolled so far? How long has the initiative been on? Like how many years has it been on? And how many kids do you have currently in the school?
Okay. As of 2019, when we started the plastic for education, the Recycle Spray project, we had about 120 kids in the junior schools here as of 2019, and then we had about 40 families interested in the program. So in junior schools, we have a situation whereby for four kids belongs to one parent. So it's still boiled down to 40 families. And then from the space of 2019 to 2023, we've been able to add about 30 families to the recycle spray, and we've increased in the number of student rates. So for sustainability, it's been going quite well. And then, like I said earlier, we plan to expand. Apart from using it for plastic, there are other ways or there are other things that we can also use this plastic for. And when it's the right time, we would let the world know our plans. I think.
Okay, thank you very much for the response. Mr. Paul, I don't know if there's any other question. I remembered you were mentioning how is this regulated so the parents do not feel too pressured. I don't know if that's correct, Mr. Paul.
Yeah, you are correct. So they don't feel pressured and also begin to steal from others. How do we regulate that?
Okay. So, Miss Grace, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so Mr. Paul is asking, how is this plastic bottle thing regulated so that parents do not feel pressured to bring in plastics so they don't begin to steal from others?
No. They don't do that because each parent or each household have their own bags. Yeah, so when it is time, the African Cleanup Initiative, they will go to their houses. Yes, they'll go to their houses, they will weigh, they will record it, and they'll bring the record back to us. Or if they can't go to their house, they'll bring it to school. The school will weigh it for them and will give them their own record. So there's no pressure or whatsoever. It's a seamless process.
Okay, thank you very much for your response. Mr. Paul, I don't know if you're satisfied with the responses so far.
Yeah, it's okay. Please proceed. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. I noticed Mr. Timothy has been sending requests, and personally, I have also granted, but it doesn't seem to change from the request mode. Mr. Vic, please, can you?
I guess he sent him a message that he's trying to join, but he can't talk. So I asked him to leave the space and join back.
Okay, probably his network.
Try leaving the space and then join back.
Okay. Please, Mr. Timothy.
I also have a question, please.
Okay.
As the kids, since it's a formal type of education, as the kids advances, as they advance in their level of education and knowledge, these plastics, the required kg of plastic, does it also increase, or is still that 1 kg? Like, for example, if the person advanced from primary 1 to primary 3, the number of the kg of plastics needed, does it also increase?
No, it doesn't increase, because from basic 1 to from preschool to basic 5, it's just one stipulated amount of fee. Yeah, so you're expected to bring in just that same amount of plastic. If you can bring in more, fine, there's no problem. We'll take it over to the next term. So it doesn't increase.
Okay.
Thank you so much. The session has been successful so far. I know a lot of people are really itching to ask questions, but we'll take a moment to do a little bit of fun game, okay? So, do we have MTN users in the house? MTN users. Do we have MTN users in the house? It's time for you to exercise your fingers a little bit. MTN users, you're about to get a gift of airtime. Are you ready?
Fastest finger.
Fastest finger, yeah, that's what it's called. Okay, so I'll call out the numbers now. 151-871-7514-8799-747. I go again. 151-871-7514-8799-747. Again, 151-871-7514-8799-747. Did anybody get the airtime? You can just react. Send us a reaction. Use that heart icon you're seeing with a plus to send a reaction. Or drop a message using the icon, whichever you find easy. Oh, Chinedum got it. Please send him a message to speak to us. Chinedum got it.
Yeah, I've done that.
Okay, Chinedum. Hello, Chinedum. Is he on?
Yeah, he's on. It's just for him to accept the invite to speak.
Oh, okay.
I think he's on.
Okay, all right.
Good morning.
Good morning, Chinedum. You got the airtime, right?
I just joined this not quite long. When I joined it, I heard you talking about the plastic initiative. I got interested, and now before I heard time for funding. I was like, wow.
Wow, you are so lucky. Wow, you can imagine you just came in to listen and you got the airtime. Your hands are really fast. So thank you for joining and congratulations on your win. All right. Okay. Thank you. So I think we'll take another airtime, then we'll continue. We'll continue our session. This one is for 9 Mobile, also known as AT Salat. Do we have 9 Mobile users in the house? Do we? Okay. Let me call out the numbers. 1250946827219996. I go again. 1250946827219996. Once again. 12. Let me take it a bit slower. 50946827219996. Anyone? Did anyone get it? Okay, if you're the lucky winner, please just send a reaction or drop a message on our message icon. Okay? Thank you so much for participating. We'll get back to that. So other network users, please get ready because something good will come soon. So back to our questions. I saw a request from Mr. Asadullah. I don't know if you can see it with me, Mr. Vic.
Okay, I just accepted him.
Okay, I think he wants to ask a question.
Yeah, it's right.
Okay. Hello, can you hear us, Mr. Assad? Your mic is muted.
Hello? Can you?
Hello, we can hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I think it won't be out of place to start by commending you guys for coming up with this program and also for this initiative, Plastic for Education. Now, my question is this. Series of questions has been asked already, but regarding the regulation, I am still not clear with the answer she gave. Because I think the question was on whether or not there are policies put in place to ensure that these parents are not being pressured into having to even steal from others to make up for the number of kilograms, expected of them. So I seem not to be clear with the response she gave. That is one. And secondly, I think every good initiative such as this deserve a kind of replication. And for one to be able to go or think of even replicating such initiative, I think it won't be out of place for me to ask, how do they go about recycling this plastic waste? Do they have the recycling plant themselves, or do they run in partnership with any organization? And how do they go about such partnership? So that's another question. And finally, she mentioned that part of the challenge or challenges they have is getting quality teachers. So how are they equally going about this? Is there a kind of system in place to ensure that maybe some of these students passing through this school, come back to give back to the society just as they are equally doing? So those are the few questions I have for her.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Assad, for the questions. Ms. Grace, I don't know if you got his questions. Miss Grace, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So I got the two last questions, but I didn't get the first one about policy. Like the policy that he was referring to, is it about how for the plastic or just like policy in terms of running the school? And so I don't know if you can repeat the question.
Your network is kind of fluctuating, so we can't hear you clearly.
Okay, is it better now?
Yes, a bit.
Okay.
My first question is on the same question Mr. Paul asked earlier regarding regulations to make sure that the parents are not being pressured so much so that they will have to consider stealing from others to make up for the kg expected of them. So I am asking that the response you gave is not really clear to me. How has this program ensured that they are not being pressured? I still want you to expatiate on the response you gave earlier.
Okay.
Because I don't know, just going to their houses or them having a bag to fill and all of that, I don't think it's a measure enough to stop them from, having to steal or to stop them from feeling pressured to meeting up with the expectation, the requirement expected of them.
Okay. I remember when I started, I was like, okay, the community where we are, it's filled with all sorts of dirt, plastic, nylon, and this whole recycling thing is not just about plastic bottles. You can bring in your pure water nylon too, is part of it. So it's filled with all sorts of dirt, plastic cartons, wine bottles. So there's no need for any. So there's no pressure. Yeah, because I remember when we had our first pickup, it was massive. Like it was even more than what we even had in mind. And I believe that from our first pickup, we still have some parents that their money is still excess. That we are just waiting for the child to finish their primary education. Then we'll reimburse the money back to them. So there's no pressure. Yeah. So we giving them the bag to keep in their house is, how would I put it now? Accountability.
Hello, Miss Grace. Network is really a challenge in Nigeria.
Thank God I'm in Kogi State.
So Kogi State is not part of Nigeria, you mean?
Okay, did you get the answer or should I repeat what I said?
Please repeat. I don't think everybody got it, so possibly you should just repeat it. Sorry.
Okay, like I said earlier, the community where we're based in is filled with all sort of dirt, plastic, nylon, cardboard, paper, wine bottles. So the recycling thing is not just about plastic bottle. Even your sachet pure water counts as recyclables. You can still bring it in. You can still bring in your wine bottles, cardboard, papers, and the rest. So the first time we had our first pickup, it was massive. We collected more than what we planned for, and we still have some families in the school that we are just waiting for their kids to finish, and we'll give them back their change. So some parents are, I don't know, bringing in more, and it's a good thing. So there's no pressure, there's no greediness involved in this recycling thing that we are doing. So does it answer your question?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so for the second one, I think, let me go back to the last question that I said about the teachers, policy teachers and the rest. Yeah, so when we started the junior schools, we had no idea of what we were doing. The plan was just to teach them. I was still young, I was naive. I was just like, I was the fresh school graduate, like secondary school leaver. You're looking for what to do before going into university. So the plan was just to teach and then go back home and the rest. So parental commendation and the rest, blah, 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 and junior school started. So when we started, we wanted to employ hands-on quality teachers, yes, to take over the school. And we discovered that the youth in the community, if we get to train them, they will do better than some of the university graduates that we have. I'm not trying to shade anybody here, but that's the truth. So we had to give the youth in the community the opportunity for them to learn, which is also promoting job opportunities for them as well. So what we do is, once they are done with secondary school and you have interest to teach, we'll bring you on board. We'll train you at least for the first 2 weeks. We'll train you. We'll know your strength and your weakness and know where to put you. So that's what we've been doing. Even I think school will be resuming next week. But for our staff training, we have to push it to 2nd of May so that we'll use this next week for staff development before the children get back into the classroom. So that's what we've been doing. We do it every term, beginning of the term, middle of the term, and ending of the term. So that's how we that's how we promote the teacher's development. Okay. So your second question. Sorry, can you repeat the second question?
Okay. My question was, every good initiative, like this demands or deserves a kind of replication in other parts of the country. Okay. And I was being curious on how you guys get to recycle these plastics. Is it that you guys have the recycling plant yourself, or you run a kind of partnership? And I don't know, how do one get involved? How do one get to key into such projects now from other parts of the country?
Okay, so about recycling plants, we are still praying that we'll have our own land so that we'll start doing the thing by ourselves. So the thing is, we got into a partnership.
Hello.
And then they've been doing. Everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me?
No, we can't hear you. Your line is breaking.
Is it better now?
It's better now.
So I think I'll just start from the beginning again. So we are still praying.
Yes, that's
So we are still praying to have our own land space so that we'll be doing the recycling thing ourselves. But till then, in 2019 when we started, we went into an agreement or a partnership rather with African Cleanup Initiative. They are also a non-governmental organization that do the recycling thing for fees for schools. Yes, interested. So we got into an agreement with them. And since 2019 till now, they've been the one in charge. They've been the one coming in to pick the plastics and give us the money. Yeah, so we are still having this negotiation or agreement with them to use the plastic for other things. Yeah, so we are not just doing it alone. We are working with organizations to help promote the use of plastic.
Okay.
Thank you so much for the response. I don't know if Mr. Timothy has been able to come up as a speaker.
No.
We are still struggling with.
Yes, I have accepted him countless times, but still not working.
Wow.
So I've sent him an invite to speak, so he should try accepting the invite I sent to him. Let's see.
Okay, I think I also tried doing that, but I don't know what's going on. But okay, we'll keep waiting, but we'll forge ahead. All right, thank you, Miss Grace. This has been so impactful, not just to me, but to everyone on this space. Please, if you are yet to share this good news, at least there's still little time. Share it with family and friends. We're about to go down with other fast finger airtime. So I mentioned 9 Mobile, that's 80 salads earlier. I don't know if someone got it. Can I get a reaction if someone did? Okay, probably we don't have a 9 mobile user. I know that network is not common here. So Glow, this airtime. Glow network users, do we have them here? So the numbers are 36318571228338. 36318571228338. Let me take the last one a bit slow. 36318571228338. Hope Chinedum will not be the lucky winner this time around. Okay, should I take it again? 36318571228338. I'm seeing a reaction from Chinedum. He's laughing. Did you get the airtime? Did Chinedum get the airtime? Just wow, he did. Wow. Chinedum is so lucky today. Wow. This is really nice. I'm saving this Airtel. I'm informing everybody. Airtel users, please stand by. I'm not giving this to Chinedum. Airtel users, stand by. We are not doing it now. Just stand by. Congratulations, Chinedum, on winning both MTN and Glow. That's amazing. So, okay, I would like to do a summary of what Ms. Grace has presented. Like I said, Ms. Grace is the founder of Isrina School. Isrina School has been in existence since 2015. And they have a pattern of receiving tuition. It's actually a school that exists to promote quality education and also promote environmental sustainability. So they run a recycle pay where parents of children from poor households bring in plastic waste, that's plastic bottles, as a way of paying their children's tuition. It's basically for families that cannot afford their children's school fees. This is actually in line with what Sterling Inclusive and Education Development Initiative, that is we in Said, are doing, because we don't have a school, but what we do is we support and promote quality and access to education for underserved children in underprivileged communities. So far, we've been able to impact 800 lives. We've been in existence since 2021, and in our mode of both decision making and also project reach, we try as much as possible to recognize and also involve persons with disabilities. We visit special schools and also conventional schools to carry out our outreach. We enroll children in school. We provide uniforms. We pay for their tuition. We buy their school materials like sandals, writing materials, and even go as much as possible to provide feeding fee for the parents or the guardian for that particular term. So thank you, Ms. Grace, for the beautiful work so far. We encourage you to do more and see how you can reach out to more partners. And this also is also a platform of bringing in visibility so that people will know more about what you do, the good work you do. And we are super happy that young individuals in Nigeria are carrying out such innovative method to brighten the future of children and also bring smiles to different poor homes. So well done, Miss Grace. And I don't know if Mr. Timothy is on. Can he speak now? Okay, let me just continue. So she mentioned some challenges they've been having, like the major challenge so far is having quality teachers. You know, it's not easy in this part of the world to actually get people that can work for free. Because I've been wondering, actually, how do you, I think this should come as a question to you, Ms. Grace. I don't know, how do you sustain your teachers? Do you pay them or do they work for free? Because as far as we know, it is difficult to find people who can actually be so passionate to do such duties for free. So how do you actually keep them working? Ms. Grace?
Okay. So we do give them stipends. Yeah, at the end of the month, we know it's not up to the normal teacher's salary. Yeah, but we do give them something useful at the end of the month, and at the end of the year as well, we do give them something just to say thanks for working with us. So that's what we do.
Okay, that's very beautiful. She also mentioned that the kind of education they give, you might be wondering, for those who just joined, the kind of education they give in Eastern School is actually a formal education. These children wear uniforms, formal uniforms. They dress in uniform, they wear their socks, their sandals, they carry their bags and everything. So it is a beautiful initiative. We look forward to seeing the bigger Estrina School. So currently it is located in just Ajegunle, but I'm believing Ms. Grace is making plans towards seeing how this initiative can get to other corners of Nigeria, maybe by collaboration and also partnerships with other concerned NGOs and even the government, because this is an initiative that the government should be interested in, and even our international world. So she mentioned for the amount of plastics to bring in as a parent for the child's tuition for a particular term should be around 40 to 100 pieces. So those parents actually just put them in a sack and just bring to the school. But at that moment, if they cannot locate plastics and people have maybe goodwill or great people in the society who are so passionate about or concerned with this kind of things, they can decide to just support a child with 5,000 naira. That's the amount for the tuition. But if a parent or a guardian or they don't have support from anybody to pay this 5,000 naira as a tuition for a particular term, parents can go and search for plastics on the streets around their homes, because she mentioned her environment, that's where the school is located. There are so many plastics on the road, plastic waste, and it's just littered around. So instead of causing environmental pollution, she brought up an innovative idea that parents can actually go to these places where these things are littered and just use a sack and just pack those things and bring to the school, and the school will accept it as a form of tuition for that particular child. So this is really amazing. I don't know if we have another question. This is a summary of what we've had. So I don't know if anybody has another question. Please kindly send a request using the request link or request icon. Mr. Timothy, are we still struggling?
Yes, we are.
Wow.
I don't know why his account is having that issue.
Okay. Chinedum has a question.
Chinedu, you can speak. Alright, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Alright.
Yes, we can hear you.
Well, I'm quite interested in being in this place this morning, you know. I didn't even expect to wake up to see something like this today, but it's quite impressive. Maybe I'll say it's good. But what I'm trying to say in essence is, while I was going to school was not really easy. I know what it means to for my parents.
The figures are 5131440615384683. I go again. Airtel users, please. 5131440615384683. Again. 5131440615384683. Did anybody get the airtime? Just send us a reaction using the heart icon with a plus. Airtel users, do we have them here? Should I go again? After calling this for the last time,
I got it.
Oh, wow. Beautiful. Congratulations, Mr. Asadullah. You're one of our lucky winners today. So 9 Mobile.
It's the 9 Mobile.
Oh, okay.
So I can't even remember the recharge pin anymore.
Okay. 9 Mobile users, please. You're up next. And the figures are 12, that's 1250946827219996. I go again. 1250946827219996. Once again. 12. This is for 9 Mobile. Don't forget. 50946827219996. Did anybody get it? 9 Mobile. It is a lot. Okay, this will be the last call. 1250946827219996. Anyone? Okay. Probably we don't have a 9 Mobile user, and probably the person is still loading. So I don't.
For 9 Mobile is
Sorry about that. Okay, we'll just go ahead. I don't know if anybody has a question. Someone is sending a request. Mr. Timothy is still struggling, I noticed.
Mr. Timothy, why not try updating your Twitter app? I hope it works. Because I don't know why it's broken. Anytime I accept you, it keeps going back.
Or do you have another profile to log in?
Yeah, if you have another profile, you can use it.
Yeah.
If you can update your Twitter app, let's see.
Yeah, sometimes it can be as a result of that. Okay, hopefully he gets to speak, but we still have to forge ahead. We are almost drawing the curtain close, and I'm sure this program or this session we've had has really been impactful. It has been enriching. Can we have one person from the listeners' position to tell us what he or she has gotten as a take-home today? I don't know anybody. Tony, Arcaves, Tessie, Angel, Vivian, Chinedum have spoken. Yes Project. Wow, we have Yes Project in our midst today. Wow, this is amazing. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Okay, we have JDPC Abuja. JDPC Abuja is sending a request.
JDPC, you can speak now.
Okay. I have accepted the request from JDPC Abuja, but it seems there's an issue. Probably you go back and log in again or update the Twitter app. I hope you do that on time before we wrap up, because we are almost drawing the curtain close. We can't keep our listeners waiting. So probably you log in again, or you update your app, your Twitter app, then come back and let's see if the request works. Yes, project. Any talk for us? Any words? Yes, project. Do we have anything? Do you have anything from us for us? Okay. I'm seeing. Okay. Someone just sent a request. That must be Mr. Timothy really trying to speak to us, but okay. Is he coming up yet?
No, not yet.
Wow. I think you need to update your Twitter app.
No.
You said? Okay. Mr. Timothy, probably you need to update your Twitter app and then join us again as soon as possible. So, do we have anybody that has something to say to us? Just short words, anything at all. How this session has impacted you, and probably you have a plan for us or the Easterner School soon enough or in the future. Anything at all from the listeners, please. Anything. Just send a request and it will be granted. Anything. We are behind time, so we don't keep people waiting. Anyone with something to say? A reaction, anything at all. Question, observation, clarification. They're still struggling to fix Mr. Timothy as a speaker. Okay, we move over to announcements. So we said earlier that the project, A Glass of Wine with Pat, is actually a mini project under the Sterling Inclusive Education and Development Initiative, which is SEIDI, is a non-governmental organization that is concerned with supporting and promoting quality and access to education, and even inclusive education. We advocate for quality education, we advocate for inclusive education, and we advocate for access to education for children and even youth in rural communities. We are a group of young individuals that contribute a minimum of 1,000 naira monthly for the education of underserved children in underprivileged communities. And like I said earlier, we have been able to reach out to 800 persons, including persons with disabilities. I think out of that 800, 250 to 300 are children and youth with disabilities. And it has been amazing so far since 2021. We are expanding and we are growing and doing better as time goes on. We hope to improve and do better to serve the community and even humanity better. So we are open to partnerships with NGOs, private individuals. We are also open to sponsorships. Of if you want to sponsor any of our projects, or you want to send in an initiative that you want us to collaborate or partner with you so that we can make the world a better place, we are open to all of that. We are also happy to announce to you that we have a YouTube channel called the CAD TV. SAIDI is spelled as SIEDI, then the TV. We have a YouTube channel currently called the SAIDI TV. And please remember to subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever we drop a new video. This session actually that we're having is already being recorded, and it's going to be uploaded on our YouTube channel so that you can visit or ask a friend to revisit whenever you want to. So our next session will be next month, A Glass of Wine, the next episode, which is the second episode, will be coming up next month. We plan on doing this once a month. So I noticed we have a little bit of low turnout today, probably because it's the first and so much people are not aware of it. I'm sure you've gained a lot and you've seen the reason why people should be available today. I was expecting more of this number, but today is Saturday and we know a lot of Nigerians love to go for weddings, Owambe, and the rest of it. So a lot of people informed me earlier that they couldn't make it because they have Owambe. But I really want to specially thank Mr. I don't know if he's still on, Mr. Paul. He made out time. He's really a very busy person, but he made out time for this session. So thank you, Mr. Paul from Yaga, Africa. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Yes Project, for joining. Thank you, Mr. Timothy, representing the Justice Development and Peace Commission, JDPC Abuja. Thank you, Mr. Odaudu Theophilus, representing Disability Rights Fund, for joining. So like I said, our next session will be next month. That's May 2023. We'll get to notify you when the next session is coming up, the exact date. Please tell a friend to tell a friend that there's something good here that they need to take back to the community. If you want to join us, feel free. You're a young individual, passionate, and you want to join us in advocating for education, please feel free to reach out to contact. You can contact us via our official mail, which is mail.saidinitiative@gmail.com. mail.saidinitiative@gmail.com. You can also reach out through +234 8072722292 +234 8072722292. Don't forget, we are open for partnerships, collaborations, and sponsorship. Thank you so much for joining. Mr. Timothy, I'm so sorry we couldn't get to hear what you have to say for us, but we know you have a lot to say. You can also feel free to send us a mail. That's Mr. Timothy. Okay, I'm seeing a request from someone else. We could just have this and just wrap up, please. Sorry for taking your time. Okay, that's Mr. Damian. I don't know if you have received my response. I just accepted. Okay. Is he on?
Yeah, Mr. Damian, you can speak. Your mic is muted.
Mr. Damian, can you hear us? Your mic is actually muted. I don't know if you could type on your mic, the same mic you sent a request to it, so you could unmute.
Okay, hello. It's morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Mr. Damian.
Yeah. I just want to say kudos, well done to you. That was a nice one. It's good to know that an initiative it's on like this, and I just want to say kudos to you and your team. You're doing a great job. Keep it up, and we hope that subsequent section will have more people, and people will also join your initiative to participate more in this. So thank you very, very much. Though I was on and off because of one or two things, but trust me, I think it's a great one, and I want you to keep it up. So kudos to you once again. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Thank you so much, Mr. Damian, for the words of encouragement. Thank you so much. So, thank you all for staying tuned, and thank you to Miss Grace Amuzie for the wonderful presentation. Thank you for the impact. Thank you for everything. So, see you in our next session. Thank you for joining, and bye.